Ah, one of those opportunities to do some recursion. Anyway, I guess that's just showing how old school I really am. And let's see, there's only about 14 minutes remaining publishing my last video. So that means I'll get sequentiality if I publish this one now. So I just think back to what this one was actually about. Can I play that while I screencast? I can. And let's see. I was talking about publishing to YouTube, which I'm about to show you again. And I talked about setting up, getting set up. Oh, shell stuff. That's interesting. So much you forget that was in the video when it comes time to publishing and keywording. So this one is publishing screencasts to YouTube. File, publish to, YouTube. Using screencast to, oh, this is what? This is screen flow, really. Using screen flow to screencast to YouTube on Mac, just in case people are searching on Mac related issues. And that's screen flow, screencast, Mac, YouTube, Macintosh. Although I don't know how many people really call it that anymore. That's an old school thing too. Tutorials, maybe? Do I do plural and singular? Well, anyway, you get the idea. So I publish, and so I've got that underway. I don't think there's too much of that extra stuff I had to do, like showing my keystrokes or anything. So those are two publishes in process. And now, what I'm really doing on this video is seeing which version of Levinux runs on Yosemite. So I go to my Levinux page, and there's issues. I will refer to it as Mac here. Somewhere I actually talk about how Mac people with compatibility problems should use an older version. System requirements, known issues. Mm-hmm. 2.4 we're on, 2.3, homebrew, yeah. This version, I believe it's 2.2 that works on Mac across the board using a much older QEMU, the QEMU called Q. So that's 2.2 I want to test. Download. Show in Finder. Okay, and let's see. I'll copy that to my desktop. Double click. It unarchives writing location. Open that up. Let's see those icons in their fuller glory. Like that. And double click this guy. See if it runs. Because of an unidentified developer. Okay. So I believe we right click, we get info maybe. And let's see, permissions. I'm going to pause this while I research this topic. Okay, this is telling you to just right-click and do open and dismiss the warning. So that would be something like this, open, and did the open. So it's just like an option way of opening it. Now let's see if it actually runs. Hey, this is a very good sign. And that's not a very good sign. Open. Do we have anything down here showing it's running? I do not see it running down here. That is most unfortunate. Linux or Levinux is just getting more and more dated as new operating systems upgrade and things break. So let me try a different version, the latest, and see if by some miracle this runs. No, that's 1.2. I don't want either of those. And just get it from here. Just get the latest one from right there. Show in Finder. And same deal as before. Bring it out here. And new folder. Tried. I tried. This, you can tell it's a little different. It's been in GitHub. Double click that one. Cross your fingers. Oh, can't be open. Same security. So right click, open. Open. And let's see. Drum roll, please. Could it be? Nope. We get that trace / BPT trap 5. So right now, on the current status of Mac and QEMU, I don't have a single Levinux that runs on all the various versions. I've got a bunch of choices now. See if the default Q actually works, and start the repackaging process sort of from the beginning. But building it on a much more modern, set of binaries and operating systems and kernels than the last versions of Levinux, with the exception of whatever Q package I get, QEMU on Mac, that actually runs. Let's see if the default Q that's getting a bit crusty will actually run. That's this guy here. Download latest nightly, that's a joke. And the stable. I'm going to go with the stable. And once again, this will be a bit different from the last try, because this isn't really Levinux that I'm about to try. It is just QEMU that some guy tried to make look very Mac-like not long ago. Nah, I take that back. Quite long ago. But it's the most stable version of QEMU on the Mac. We'll see if it runs just by double-clicking it. We have that same rule. Right-click, open. Approve the security message that appears. And see if it runs at all, whether it was just the fragility of Levinux that was responsible, or whether Q is just too old now to actually run. Let's download a new guest PC. It's interesting. It says it's loading a list from the server. I'd be amazed if this system was still active enough to be up and running to have these to offer. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we're going to need to get, as our next step, a QEMU image. Oh, trying to tell me something? Can't show, yeah, that's what I thought. These are the different QEMU versions. I'd love to be up on that latest. See how active the QEMU project actually is? It's a lot more active than the version that's represented on the Q site for Macintosh. And I'm one of the people who comes up for QEMU on Mac. It's such a challenge. In fact, let me do that with a Control-Shift-N to get an incognito OSX. And QEMU for Mac. Watch. There I am, first page. Not near the top, but still on the first page. I am one of the go-to people on this topic, and I need to resolve this better. And there's no really great solution right now. Let's see what the other ones are. Yeah, there's the Q that I just showed you installing something on GitHub to emulate Raspberry Pi. Maybe GitHub has the answer. Some new stuff. Interesting. Let's see what that has to say. Under Mavericks. Oh, Mavericks working under QEMU. There's a direction issue here. QEMU under the Mac, or the Mac under QEMU. They're two very different things people research in this space. I'm researching probably the less interesting to a lot of people, because a lot of people have these really beefy PCs and they want to run Mac in a little tiny window and say, see, Mac? And I used to do that all the time when I was an Amiga head. KVM, QEMU, Chameleon, it's a bootloader. What image are they loading? ISO. Oh, Mountain Lion. This is instructions on how to do it with Mountain Lion, and that is too. So you can see, okay, to emulate the Raspberry Pi, you need a... they're talking about how to do it with Homebrew, which is not a bad approach, except to get it running with the double click that I was doing before. It created that binary error thing. So I need to create a new binary using Homebrew and update the latest Levinux and just say, sorry guys, you need to be using probably Yosemite, or even beyond Mavericks now, for the Levinux that gets distributed, because I can't, well, tie it to an old version of Mac OS's unless it was a binary that somehow ran across all the platforms. I wish I could create a QEMU binary that ran on lots of different Mac platforms. Anyone out there who has that kind of expertise, I would really like to talk to you so that I can help bring Levinux to the next level, because you can see it's just a tricky quagmire. So I'll probably be abandoning the whole idea of making today about getting this to run on a portable virtual server, and I might change it to and just continuing the code of Pipulate. and maybe getting it running on a Rackspace cloud instance. So that's where I'm at right now, and I guess, yeah, sure, I'll see a show of the Yosemite features. There's two totally separate sides to electronics and, you know, the technology experience in this world. One side is trying to do things mostly by yourself so you can understand far down into the machines what's occurring, and then the other way is just being a consumer and clicking show. Thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.